Hey, Bill. I've been a huge fan for many years and decided to finally write in. Right. R-I-G-H-T. I wanted to tell you that as a woman, I agree with your comment. It's effortless for women to nurture and make a great sandwich. See that? She's agreeing with what I say. I currently work from home, and our family...
nurture and make a sandwich. I thought, nurture, the sandwich.
No. Nurture and make a great sandwich.
Okay.
All right. I currently work from home, and our family watches our son while I work. Since our family watches our son, I feel he's getting just as much care as I would give him if I was home. Plus, having two incomes is very helpful. Mm-hmm. I've heard you mention on several podcasts that you don't feel divorced women. This always scares me because I can't even remember half the shit I say on this podcast. I've heard you mention on several podcasts that you don't feel divorced women who stay at home should get money from their husband if he worked during the marriage. That's not really what I said. I do agree that not all women should get money in a divorce. So my question for you is this. If a woman stays at home to watch her kids while her husband works and they divorce, no cheating, just regular old divorce, do you think she should get money in the divorce even though she didn't work during the marriage? Just wanted to get your thoughts on this scenario as the husband and wife both decided on that specific work arrangement. Thanks for the podcast. Big fan. Oh, yeah, see, as always, I probably said it in a confusing way, trying to be funny. I'm not saying that a guy should just be able to walk away from a wife and kids and the wife doesn't deserve any fucking money. What I'm saying is these women who get like 50 grand a month, 30 grand a month, 15, 20 grand a fucking month to raise kids is ridiculous. The fact that it suddenly, when you're together, it only, how much does it cost a month to raise a kid? Let's say $1,000.
It costs more than $1,000. How old is the kid?
Wait. Let's back up. Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me. Get up to $1,000. Tell me everything you buy.
Well, it depends. It depends on how old they are. If they're in a school, if they're in activities, if they need school supplies, if they need school clothes, if they need...
They don't need that every month.
Food, if they
don't need that every month.
Dental, if they need to go to the doctor, if they have braces, if they get hurt,
All right, I'll give you $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. Do you think you can keep an 8-year-old alive on $2,000 a month? Will there be enough cereal in the cupboard? Will he have enough clothes to wear? $2,000 a month. $24,000 a year for a fucking kid. Do you think you can somehow get this kid some popsicles?
Of course. People have done it. People have done it on much less. Everyone knows that it's
Why
possible.
are you acting... Nia, I fucking had...
What?
We fucking had tough skins. I knew what the fuck my school clothes were going to look like next year because my fucking older brother was wearing them. All right? They fucking handed them down. There was no iPods. There was no iPads. There was none of that shit. We were like $80 each a month.
The reality is I don't know how much it costs to raise a child per month.
Well, I can tell you right now, it doesn't cost $30,000. That's what I'm saying, ladies. I'm just saying when you go through a fucking divorce, this whole goddamn thing where because the relationship failed and you're pissed now and you're fucking angry that you're now going to take this guy for every dime he's worth, which is actually a cliched statement at this point. I'm taking you for everything you're fucking worth. And it's like everything. Exactly. Not 50%, everything. And a lot of those cases, like the ones that really stick out, are the ones where this guy has this unbelievable fucking career. He's earning all the goddamn money. What kills me is that the ex-spouse gets to take credit by saying, I supported him. Like, what is it? That's just such a fucking intangible. Supported how? You can do it, honey. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and does it.
Emotionally, yeah. You don't think that has any value?
Yeah, but not $50,000 a month, does it?
How much do you think that's worth?
That's worth me making sure you don't starve to death and you have a nice place to live, and I'll pay for it. But
how much do you think that's going to cost?
How much do I think it's going to cost?
Yeah, for all that.
I don't know. Probably, what, $3,000-4,000 a month?
Does that include rent?
Yeah.
Where are these people living that $3,000 or $4,000 is enough for everything?
About 90% of the places. Yeah, we lived in New York and now we live in L.A. You're getting a totally skewed how much it costs to fucking live. Yeah, I was just in Reno Okay, Reno, Nevada. They got homes out there that look like they're like fucking almost 3,000 square feet. You can get it for $200,000. You know what 3,000 square foot house in fucking Hollywood costs? It'd be like $1.5 million.
But if you're divorced and
why didn't you listen to that?
I did, but I'm asking a question. If you get divorced and the kid goes to live with the mother, so the two of them need a place to live, right? So the place has to be paid for, and everything that kind of goes along with that, you know, bills, groceries, car, whatever, fuel. And then the kids got school stuff that needs to be taken care of.
Okay.
They have their own set of expenses.
Okay, again, this is think about all that. You could also get a job, and you could help with that.
Absolutely. But initially, if, say, for some reason, somebody's been married for 10, 15 years, and the couple has decided mutually that the husband, say, is going to be the one that actually physically goes out and does like a 9-to-5 type of job.
I already agreed with this. I already agreed that the guy shouldn't be allowed to leave high and dry. What I'm talking about is the ridiculous
You're talking about
amount
astronomical
of fucking because this is what ends up happening is the guy fucking pays for everything. The guy goes from living in a fucking house in a relationship that's allegedly working. When it's working, he gets to live in the house. When it stops working, the wife, for the most part, ex-wife, continues to live in the house. He goes and lives in a one-bedroom apartment. What about him? Why doesn't he get to say, well, I'm used to a certain lifestyle?
I don't know, but I also I don't know.
Yeah, it becomes like that thing. No, so what I'm saying is everybody's lifestyle goes down. Okay? You do what's right for the kid, but everybody's lifestyle goes down. But it's
also about the transition for the child. And if the child is going from living in
and
a
the fucking
situation...
woman drafts behind that shit. I'm doing it for the kid. It's like fucking what's-his-face's ex-wife. She took his championship belts and tries to say I'm holding on to these for the kids when they turn 18.
Ooh.
Sugar Shane Mosley's wife.
Oh, I don't know anything about that story.
Well, he got his ex-wife is getting his championship belts in the divorce.
Really?
Yeah. That's what...
That's ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how you're living in a 5,000 square foot giant goddamn house when the relationship's working. The relationship fails, but what failure financially does the woman feel? The guy has to go fucking live in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom if he's making sick fucking money, but the wife gets to stay in the fucking house, still sitting by the pool.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's so happy about it too. There's a lot of emotional damage that happens with these kind of things too. So
Nia, where would you rather have your emotional damage? In the 5,000 square foot house or the 2-bedroom down the street?
The 5,000.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Nia, I'm not saying that a guy should be able to walk away from a relationship. I'm not saying that the woman didn't make a sacrifice in that scenario where she agrees to stay home and she fucks her own career. You definitely owe her on that one. But what I'm saying is the owing goes to such a fucking degree that financially it's like she's still in the marriage. It's like they never left. They got that whole thing. She's used to a certain lifestyle. That's like actually not laughable in court. That's a legitimate angle to get more money, that she's used to a certain lifestyle. Well, it's like, well, she used to be married. She's not fucking married anymore. There was a failure here, and it was 50% your failure unless the guy went out and cheated on you or something like that, you know, which is a totally different fucking animal. I'm just talking, we fell out of love. It's not fucking working anymore. And then somebody pulls the trigger, and then when the fucking wife goes psycho and says, I'm taking you for everything you got, and then she does. I just don't think that's fucking fair. I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
And I don't see anything on TV presenting that point of view.
Yes.
There's plenty of shit on there about wife beaters and all that type of stuff. That's all I'm saying. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So in answer to this woman here, I think if the husband and wife both agree that she's not going to work, she's going to put her career on hold. You can't just leave somebody high and dry like that, all right? But just because you decided to do that doesn't mean that this guy now has to – well, maybe it does because she can't earn a fucking income If she has a 17-year
Well, that's
gap.
what I'm going to say. Like, and then she's trying to get a job again, and, you know, all these expenses still need to be paid.
That part.
So it's not like she can,
I'm not arguing
just jump back into her, you know, lawyer career or whatever the hell else she was doing before. It's not that easy. So
all right, well, I'm not arguing that.
I'm
not arguing that part. I'm talking about the one where, you know, they're both fucking working. They both have jobs. Okay? And the husband is this phenomenally talented guy who's making a ton of fucking money. Mm-hmm. Okay? And that the wife gets to take credit for it. Well, I supported him. I said that you should fucking develop the iPad or whatever.
That's not legitimate.
What is
support? You're making it seem like that's just like a stupid thing.
I'm not saying
the idea of supporting someone emotionally.
I'm not saying that that's stupid. I'm just saying it's not. You don't get to take 90% of the fucking money because you supported somebody. He did 100% of the fucking work, and you did 100% of the supporting, so you get 90% of the money. Like, how does that math work?
Well, if you're talking about kids, it's not just emotional support. It's running like the everyday, day-to-day.
There it is. There it is.
Stuff.
Yeah, you draft behind the kids. Well, what about the kids? What about the kids? I need your championship belts. I need $25,000 a fucking month to raise 2 kids. It's complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Guys are getting fucking raped out there. They're getting raped in these divorces.
No, well, I don't think it's right of you to make these blanket statements about stuff
Nia,
like that.
This podcast
Especially
is all about blanket statements.
Since you've never been married, you've never been divorced, and you never had children. So your outrage is like, I don't even know where it's coming from.
Please ask me what I'm basing it on.
What are you basing it on?
I worked third shift in a warehouse. There was 3 people who fucking worked there. Drug addicts, people working their way through college, and divorced men. Working a fucking second job, hating their goddamn lives, living in fucking 1-bedroom apartments, paying for houses. There was like a half dozen of them. Those guys, a particular radio personality that I know, whose fucking ex-wife lied and said that she supported his dream to get into show business when she didn't. According to him, of course. But I believe it.
According to him.
But I believe it.
Yeah.
By the end of it, she had basically a husband, and she wouldn't marry the dude because the alimony payments she was getting from her first husband was way more money. So she just never let the guy move in.
I think that's the exception more than it is the rule.
What is that based on? The fact that you just don't want any of this to be true? I'm giving you an actual example. You asked me what it was fucking based in. And it's also based in doing research. You know what I mean?
What kind of research?
What do you mean what kind of research? I read about the shit on the internet. I find out about divorce laws. I talk to people who are fucking divorced. I meet people off my shows all the time. We've been married this long. We love it, blah, blah. We decided not to have kids. We're going with dogs. You should definitely get married, blah, blah, blah. Dude, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. I fucking talk to that kind of research. That's the research I do. I talk to people who are married. That's what I do. It's like I'm going to buy an old car. I talk to a mechanic first. What do I look for? What can I get involved in here? How do I get a good one? Is that fucked?
No, I guess not.
I mean, you've never been married. You don't have any kids, yet you seem to have some strong opinions.
Well, because my parents were divorced and my grandparents were divorced, and it's like kind of a big thing in my life. So, yeah, I feel like I can speak from adequate experience.
So you witnessed a relationship. My parents are still together. So what? I can't comment on divorce?
No, I'm not saying that you can't. But you're acting like somebody who's actually gone through it yourself, and that's why you're so outraged. Because you yourself have dealt with this. Whatever. We're not going to see eye to eye on this. So, whatever.
What happened to you? Where did all the fun go in the podcast? All of a sudden, you just took it to this serious goddamn place. Because my dad and my parents'
true.
and the fucking people coming over on the Mayflower, they broke up and they switched ships. Jesus fucking Christ, Nia, what happened? Do I have to edit out this last part of it?
Why would you edit it out?
I'm not going to edit it out. I'm just trying to say something fucking slightly upbeat.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I'm sensitive about it because it is something that I've gone through.
All right. We'll discuss it later. All right. That's the Monday morning podcast for this fucking week. Jesus Christ, Nia.
What?
See me in my office. I bring you on here to bring the funny. Okay, I don't want you to.
I didn't do good this week.
No, you did. Of course you did. You did great, but you took it to a fucking place I didn't want to go to. You know what? I think we have all the colors of the rainbow on this one.
I keep it real, man. You just can't handle it.
You know what? You're already feeling yourself. You got a couple of good comments on Twitter about your performances, and now look at you. You're resting on your laurels.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking honestly. I'm speaking honestly.
Bring it. You are suspended for the next 2 weeks when I'm on the road.
Let me just say something, all right?
Listen, everybody, that's the Monday Morning Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Don't take any shit, and go fuck yourselves and everything else I say.